Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GGP episode 22. The old deuce magoose goose. You like what I did there?
I like that.
Dr. Seuss, baby.
That just came to me. Like I don't know how to describe it. It just, one of those things just clicked real well.
Yeah. Speaking of things clicking real well, not really clicking real well, actually made me feel very uncomfortable. You guys just missed. So for some reason, Zach has this little thing. Like, I think we just need to jump right into this.
Yeah, that's
sure.
Fair.
Zach has a Jawser size piece of equipment. He chews on it to make his jaw stronger.
His jaw line more fine, right?
Yeah,
No, it's just like
defined.
just working the muscles in your face and jaw.
No,
I feel like that would just
so
stress
you
my
can-
jaw out.
so
like,
you can
it would
eat
hurt
more.
so bad.
Is it so you can eat more?
Yeah,
You feel like that would hurt, Connor? Do you have a fucking poon?
after a while, like your jaw would just get sore.
I just feel
Yeah,
like
it's just like working anything out.
I feel like it's just super
yeah, that's
sus.
fair.
Why do you need a strong jawline, brother? You
Many
running
things.
you run a little low on funds. You're trying to make up rent to Ben somehow.
I mean, Ben did say it so he can eat more.
Eat more. of
Eat more
Ben's-
dick?
Eat more of Ben's
I mean-
asshole.
You can eat this.
You guys think you're so? You guys think you're
No
so
comment.
funny?
You too, Brand. Don't
No
think
comment.
You're,
Dude, all I have to say is it was just made me feel very uncomfortable. Zach was chewing on this thing, and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck is that?" He was like, "Oh, it's
makes
my
like a clicking noise.
it's my Jawser size."
Zach, you might as well just grab it real quick and show us.
It's a strength in my jaw.
It fell on the floor, so I need to clean
Yeah,
it
oh
up.
my God.
And then
You know
not
what I mean?
only has Zach been tormenting me with it, he dropped it on my hand, and the thing was fucking sopping wet right before all this. So
I do apologize for that.
I just thought we had to initially jump into that, let you guys know that if there's any lonely men out there during this quarantine, Zach's jaw is up to the task, I'm sure. So come see my man Z Stan, he'll hook you up.
What if we got sponsored by Jawser Size? That'd be pretty sick. I could get
Would
your
you,
own. I
would
get
you be
your own
okay
comfortable
with,
one.
Would you be okay with
Your
being
custom
sponsored by Jawser Size?
Honestly, at that point, it's not gay, it's greatness.
That would be
Yeah,
greatness.
That would be awesome.
Made right here in the United States, baby.
Before we jump into our rundown, do we have to maybe talk about one other thing, guys?
Yeah, what is it? What
Maybe-
is it, Connor?
Maybe a challenge that's being withdrawn from
Hashtag
It's not being
fake
withdrawn.
challenge.
or being
It's a little
modified.
It's being modified.
Can we also talk about this real quick, Connor? You kind of just went balls to the wall there without letting anyone know. You took it
You did a Hail Mary when they were calling for
you took it by the fucking schlong. You grabbed it by the nuts. We were totally blind there, and you did it yourself.
Well, and then you guys talked me out of the 250.
Before you
brought it
even
down to
said your
200.
challenge, before you even said what you were going to do, we thought 250 was too high, which I still agree that it is. But also, you did say you were going to shave your head bald.
razor and all.
Razor
shave your head.
and all. I mean, what's going on,
What's
bud?
our thoughts on that?
But then I talked to my associates that I have to deal with daily, and some of them suggested that that's probably not the best move for my career moving forward.
Why is that?
Why you don't think bald people would get jobs?
I mean, I just think I'd kind of look a little weird, and professionally.
So here's another thing. Before you even would make the
Sorry, I think
challenge,
that's
wouldn't you want to
hilarious.
talk to your associates?
Right. Well,
Before you go live
I kind
on
of
the
ran
air.
it. I kind of ran it by some of them, and
Who are your associates?
that's between me and them.
Is it associate or associates?
I mean,
Is it just Caitlin?
Is it just Kaylin?
Maybe
And what were her
Okay.
thoughts on you
Yeah.
shaving your head bald?
she wasn't very fond of the idea.
Yeah.
Did you tell her to fucking shove it? Because I'm doing
No,
what
I
the fuck
didn't.
I want.
Clearly, he didn't.
But one of the main reasons is she also wants to get pictures taken after this whole coronavirus thing is done, and she doesn't want me to be bald in those pictures
Honestly,
while we're taking them.
That'd be great if you were bald, though.
it's not
I
about
mean-
what's on the outside, Connor. It's what's on the inside.
Right.
She should love you for who you are, not what your
Well,
hair
I'm
is.
sure she does, but I'm sure she won't love those pictures.
Well, if it's any
Debatable.
consolation, I will love the shit out of them.
Yeah, honestly, if you were bald in those pictures, it might make us go viral. It might be really the thing that takes us over the edge.
If you're bald, can you do like flash photography? You know what I mean? Or is it just going to
Is it going to
pop
shine
right off your dome?
Depends if I polish my head or not.
It'll be like that's the SpongeBob movie where he doesn't
Dude.
have the crown and he's so bald and no one can look at him.
Connor, though, I thought it would, honestly, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I wanted you just to shave your head bald because I just wanted to walk in and just like spit on top of your head and just give you a nice spit shine real quick. I thought it'd be funny to do one time, but
Spit
I mean,
shine?
I mean,
Not like
I,
actually
I'm
spit on
all
you, but-
for it. It's just I'm scared of what it's going to look like, honestly.
Well, the
I
thing
would
is,
be
you can't
scared
be
too.
soft.
Actually,
Gotta be.
we know what it'll look like.
Oh yeah. And
Do you have the picture?
We'll
I got it
put the
somewhere.
picture right here in the video.
Yeah,
We
it's
actually
it's gold.
We
already
actually
did it.
downloaded an app, Connor, to make
Yeah.
anyone bald, and we
Did
had
it
a.
look rough?
I thought you looked like a fucking sexy piece of man.
That is awful because I still have like this. Oh my god.
Let's see it again. Can I see it?
I look like I'm 70.
I think it
look-
looks like Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder.
That is
solid.
an egghead right there, if I've ever seen
Yeah.
one.
I feel like that like adds like
Yeah, it probably,
Your
it
head.
definitely does. It does.
it kind of.
It makes it a little taller
Yeah.
for sure. Your head wouldn't be that big.
I just want to see that scalp, County. I do.
I've always wanted to be bald though.
So does that?
No, I've seriously like
Just
and
to
then
try
but
it.
then so like when you shave your head bald, does your hair grow back differently? Like I have like a cowlick right here. Like will the cowlick go away or will like the cowlick stay the same?
Your hair still grows
I
back
have
the
I have a
same?
widow's
I don't
peak
know. I
here
feel like
too. You know what I mean?
Not
Like
have a cowlick
I don't know. I
anymore.
will say, growing up, Connie had
I don't
very curly hair,
I did
very
for a
curly,
while, and then
like a Jufro
Oh,
action.
so you might not want that back. is
And
what
now
you're
his
saying?
hair is
no,
not
like
curly.
no, like that doesn't like I'm.
I mean, like the curly.
I'm
It would,
al-
like-
no, I mean I'm always gonna keep my hair short now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna like. It was kind of like a Jufro. I'm not gonna lie. People called me Dale Dobrik in my freshman year.
Dale Doback.
Or
You mean
Dale
Dale-
Dale Doback.
Dale Doback. Sorry.
Yeah.
That
Or-
dude
I
did it.
forgot that.
Yeah,
Dale
freaking.
Doback.
You can call me Nighthawk.
It was Chaz. Chaz always used to call me
Dude,
Dale
shout
Doback.
out that man. I'll never forget. I had summer school one year because of a medical condition I had, and I
Sure.
remember Chaz used to go out to
Your lefty
his car.
syndrome?
Yeah, and Chaz used to go out to his car in between every single class and just rip his bong.
Hmm.
And I thought it was the funny shit. He wasn't even supposed to be driving at the time. I think he was like 15.
Sounds like John.
What a savage.
He's got a couple kids now.
But I'm not opposed to still doing it. But I think
Well, you gotta go
I
all or
think the
nothing.
first stage will have to be a buzz cut, and then we'll go from there.
Well, so you're just gonna get a haircut that millions of Americans have?
Sure.
All right, all right.
I mean,
needed
I
to-
feel like millions of Americans are bald too.
Yeah, but not by choice. You know,
Us-
the bald's
I feel
by
like
choice.
I feel like some are.
Some.
Hashtag fight Connie fight.
Let's just not even get into that story.
All right, so we had a pretty solid weekend.
Zach?
Yeah. What?
Super sus. Working out the jaw. Connor, super soft, not falling through with challenges. Now we can
Listen,
continue with the rundown.
if we get to the 200 mark, then I'll make the executive. Game
No, we
day-
can't do
game
that.
day
It's just,
decision.
what if we get there and
It's
then you're
not
just like,
happening.
no.
We're just saying it's not.
It's over.
It's
over.
either-
Well, I mean, I
On
still
or
don't think
off.
the 200 followers are happening.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
You don't think it is?
Because
I don't
I
think
said
so
I said
either.
this last week, and we haven't gained one follower.
Because we haven't promoted anything.
But we put it out, and if people listened to it, they would have told people.
The very end with 4 minutes left in the podcast.
Hey.
Well, if you don't think it's going to happen, you should
Yeah,
stick
it's
to
over.
it.
Yeah, go ahead. Say
Yeah,
say
you-
right now. Say right now. Give me a full commitment that if you get to 200, you'll shave bald in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't make that full commitment.
250.
Huge. Huge.
250.
Tune, my
250
guy. Come
250
on.
bald.
250 once. Going once.
I can't.
251.
You're that scared of Kaylin?
I'm not that scared of Kaylin.
Ooh.
Well, at least we know who runs the relationship now.
All right. Bald County.
BBC.
So we had a
Big
pretty,
bald Connie.
pretty solid weekend. Didn't do anything Friday. Saturday though, we had another kickback at Brant's. Social distancing, of course.
Yeah, my parental units.
What?
My parental units.
Yeah, at your parents.
Yep.
It was a good time. We
Yep.
played a lot of drinking games. It was a long day. We made homemade pizzas. Shout out Miss Jeanette and Big B.
Fire.
Super
which,
fire.
Zach was shitting on my pizza because I had a lot of cheese, and Zach
Did have a lot of
Zach
cheese,
for
Zach.
some weird ass reason doesn't like cheese, sauce, or really any other thing other than bread on his pizza.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Bread on his pizza?
Yeah.
Like just
Zach-
the bread.
Zach's favorite
untrue.
thing. Zach is weird. Zach's favorite thing on pizza is the crust. What a weirdo.
Is that what you said?
That is how you were
No.
breaking it down for us last night.
Well,
No, I just
there-
said I don't like too much cheese.
Every
That's all
part
I
is
said.
important. You
Brand
want a
said
nice
you didn't like a lot of
crunchy-
sauce
You
either.
want a nice
I've never said
crunchy crust.
That's what Brand said.
Too many kitchens in the. I mean, too many cooks in the kitchen right now. All four of us were talking at the same time.
Yeah, so I just don't like too much
It
cheese. I
happens.
don't think that's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Dude, I was
But-
fucking sauced up last night.
But my pizza did look fire, though, Zach.
It did. It turned out great. It sure did.
So we
And
started
I
off
had
the
a
evening with some nice tits. As you all know what that
I
is.
love tits.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
That was a
just
good time?
washed the tits off me
You
like
did?
an hour ago.
I showered, but I still got the one. The other one's gone though.
Mine's pretty much gone.
I've realized though that playing tits, Ben might be the worst tits player.
No,
in the
no, no,
history of
no,
tits.
no, no. It was just that one day here.
And then you just
Tell me yesterday when I was bad in
you
any
did
way.
the first
lose.
game you went out first, but that's
you did
know.
lose.
Yeah, that just
It's all good.
happens.
It's
I mean,
all
that's
good.
just
It's all
one
good.
loss.
I mean, you're just garbage, bud.
But then we
Yeah.
played some flip
How
cup.
many times did we saw you guys in flip cup?
One flip Connie.
It was like 5-2'd you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
did.
guys
We
were up 2-0.
and then Zach was playing with his camera the whole time and couldn't flip a cup to save his life.
Whatever. We'll take the excuses. That's fine.
Yeah.
We still beat you 5-0, technically, after going down 2-0.
Yeah, maybe.
It reminded me of a tennis match that happened not too long ago.
Fair.
3-1 lead.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So next thing, boys, is Kim Jong-un dead? Can someone confirm or not confirm it?
It is
going on?
unconfirmable.
Unconfirmable.
See,
But
Does
from
it-
a source,
Does anyone know
Are we
what's
done talking about last night already?
does
I mean, what else do you want us to say?
I thought we were going to talk about Matt spilling.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, we did kind of just skip over.
The spilling, the TikToks, maybe.
No.
The TikTok and that's
Yeah.
whatever.
All right,
But-
Kim Jong-un dead.
Well, what about Matt?
Yeah, so Matt laid it all on the line.
Yeah, so-
We were playing a battle pong game.
Heart.
It was
One word, heart,
Yeah.
determination,
Grit.
ferocity, grit,
Passion
overcoming,
to win.
passion, win, fight, strong, live, will.
Everything you
fight.
want in your
Big dickness.
your
Partner.
athlete.
Big
you
dick
know?
Your partner.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for people that don't know, Battle Ball it's a 2v2 game. You're on a ping pong table. You put 2 beer cans on the corner of each table, and you and your partner throw a ping pong ball. And if you hit the ping pong ball, you have to chug the beer before the other team puts the ping pong ball back on the table.
Yes.
I hope that can give someone a visual of how this game works.
And if you
Yeah,
don't know,
so
just
once they put the ping
Google
pong
it.
ball back on the table, you stop drinking.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the first team to finish their beer wins. Okay. And Matt lays it all out on the line. I think it's 1v1 at this point.
Yeah.
Me versus Matt.
Yeah.
And I fucking Tom Brady peg the fucking can.
Peg it and it bounces back all the way back across the table, back towards Zach. So he has to go on the other side
And
of the
I
table
actually
to get
didn't really
it.
see it because I was chugging my beer.
I was sitting
Yeah.
right in front of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, my instinct reaction was almost to grab the ball. Because like instinct reaction when you see something falling, like is just to grab it and catch it.
that would have been fucked.
And like I like reached for it and I was like, oh nope, can't do that. And then as I'm pulling back, all I see is Matt start falling down, and his arm is literally straight out
Yeah.
on the ping pong table, and there's
Literally just
cups
smacks
and
everything.
beers all along the side, and it just goes whoosh, and just
Every
splashes
single cup and
everything
beer
onto the
fell
ground.
off that table.
There was no
There's
bullshit.
probably like
a line.
There's probably like how many cups?
There's
of
at,
beer
there's
do
at
you
least
think?
6 or 7 cups of water because of beer pong, and then there were like 3 or 4 empty cans, and then a few were like half.
I'd say
empty
there's at
cans.
least
It's-
like 15 cans up there.
Yeah,
or
it was
cups.
crazy.
I mean, what a savage.
When Matt stood up right after that, he was fucking soaking wet. That's the funniest thing.
Yeah, he splashed a lot of water around, a lot of liquids.
Respect to Brant because Brant was kind of chuckling, but he wanted to make sure that Matt was okay before he absolutely lost it.
Yeah, I thought he was really hurt, man. He took a spill. He literally looked like a running back going for like from the 5-yard line trying to make it to the end zone on a dive.
It was funny.
A
But
lot of grit, like
Yeah.
you said. It's fucking spectacular to see a man lay it all out on
Yep.
the line for his teammate.
great night.
It was a great night.
Good
Very
time.
respectable.
Anything else we want to talk about the night?
Hmm.
I think that about wraps it up.
I
Yeah.
think we'll tell the other stories down the road, maybe.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
Let's
we'll
do
get to that
another
point. So back to it. Is Kim Jong dude? He's not. We don't know if he's dead.
It's unconfirmable.
But what happened? Can someone tell me what happened?
Yes. So
Yeah, Brant could-
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Ben, you
you
got
got-
it. I've been
no, I
talking a
don't
lot
know too
anyways.
well. I don't know
Oh,
too
you
well.
just apparently he has like a heart condition or something like that.
Yeah.
So allegedly he went in for open heart surgery. Apparently it didn't go so well. He had been sick for a while. Then after the surgery, he fell into a vegetative state, also known as being in a coma. And the reports are coming around that from Pyongyang that Kim Jong Un is dead.
No more Kim.
Yep.
Wow.
Kim Jong is unwell.
Yeah.
So according to
word
China,
from Brant.
according to China reporting, he's dead.
So what's
Yeah.
gonna?
But they said we can't confirm.
So what's gonna happen? They're just gonna get another little chubby guy to take his place.
I'm
or
sure they already
He
have it
does
figured
his
out.
son,
They already
right?
know.
He doesn't have any sons.
He doesn't.
I don't think so.
He just has
I
a
don't
bunch
know.
of.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, honestly, we wouldn't even know if he did
I'm
have
sure
sons.
he has some
That's
sons
true.
out
Yeah,
there.
we wouldn't even have a clue because we didn't even know Kim Jong Un was around until he was like 20-some years old, and the man grew up in Sweden.
Really?
Wait, so he didn't even
He
grow
went to
up?
boarding school. No, he went to boarding school in Sweden.
That's weird.
I did
Yep.
not know that.
I got you,
That's
boys.
very weird.
I got you. But no, yeah.
does
So
that even
it's
make
I'm
sense?
I'm really scared actually because it leaves a lot of uncertainty. I worried that the top generals in the military will then just try to somehow take over. I'm worried that his sister is going to try to take over. I don't think that's going to go over well
Why does that scare you though?
because just
Do you think the person that takes over is going to be worse than Kim Jong Un?
that's my biggest fear is that you always that like hey like Kim Jong Un we were kind of getting somewhere like
Yeah,
things
we
aren't
were-
nearly
we
as
were, we
bad
were.
as they have been and I don't want it to go back.
I feel like things were pretty calm.
It would be pretty savage if Trump just tweeted like yo just took out Kim Jong Un. How was your all Sunday night?
That would be super savage. Like
Hashtag-
Dave
But then I'd be
Skylark.
really scared.
Hashtag winning.
I
That's
saw a
something
tweet.
he
It
would
was
do
like
too.
I saw a tweet. It was like Dave Skylark did the deed.
That is one of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah, that is
That's
actually. Hey, so, do you know what hurts more than nuclear bombs? Words. Words. Did your dad say drinking margaritas is gay?
If drinking margaritas and listening to Katy Perry are gay, then who
I don't-
wants to be straight?
Who wants to be straight?
Yeah, so
That's good.
the one known as Kim Jong Un might be dead.
R.I.P.
We'll
Maybe
see.
we'll
We'll
keep you
report back in a
you
week.
updated, but
A little fuck.
That clip from The Office when Daryl's introducing his Japanese friend or Asian friend. He's like, hot surgeon, best in the world. I went to go help the leader of such group.
Yakuza. The Yakuza. The head of the Yakuza come in. I fail. I messed up. He die. I evade. I don't mess up. I greatest surgeon. He die. Now Daryl get me job. Now I have American wife.
So next with day to day on
So
the
funny.
lads, we got some quarantine recommendations. Brandon sent it in the group last week, I think. The Beastie Boys are coming out with a documentary.
The Beastie Boys are coming out with a documentary.
Do we
through
know
Apple
when that's
TV.
coming? Do we know when that's coming out?
It is out, my friends.
Oh, it's out.
Yes, it is
Oh
out.
wow, we have to watch that.
Have you watched
Yes,
it?
I have not watched it yet. I have not because I want to make sure that I can actually sit down and truly enjoy it.
What's it
Gotta
on?
have my full. It's on Apple TV.
I don't
Interesting.
know if I have
It's on
that.
I
Apple
do.
TV,
have to Apple-
that
yeah, I
kinda
got. I
sucks.
got you guys. We can watch it.
Or that would be dope. That would be dope.
Sick.
What other quarantine recommendations you got? What have we been watching while
Hi,
we've
I'm
been
Dave.
locked up?
Jay.
Dave?
Dave.
Yeah,
Dave.
that's honestly that's one of my things that I was really thinking about. The
Let's wait on
recommendations
that.
was Dave.
What?
So let's wait on that.
Absolutely, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave is great. I
Little
fucking-
Dicky.
Lil Dicky, his show is pretty great. The last couple episodes have been kind of shite, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Still got
It's
some funny parts, though,
It's
dude.
definitely funny.
The most recent. Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
I just don't. It's hard to enjoy a show that's only, like 30 minutes long and it
Yeah.
comes out once a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I don't know.
Especially if it's not just like if they got 5 or 6 seasons stacked up, then
Right,
it's a little bit
yeah,
cooler. But
yeah. But as far as a new show goes that just premiered this year, it's actually pretty funny and I enjoy it. It's not a bad flick.
yeah, I think Lil
Netflix.
Dicky's an absolute genius for it. I think
Oh, he is a genius.
Dude, he
Oh,
does
yeah,
he's
he's
the
genius.
best at like he understands who he is. Like he understands the material he has to work with, and he
Sure.
does it amazingly.
He does it very well. What's another show that we've been
What
watching?
about? I just watched a movie the other night called Beach Bum with Matthew McConaughey and Snoop Dogg. If you haven't seen that shit, you
Interesting mix.
gotta fucking watch it, bro.
Is that good?
It's hilarious.
Beach Bum?
Beach Bum.
Beach Bum.
On what?
I think it was on Hulu. It was. I'm telling you, it was fucking hilarious. I couldn't even believe it. Like it was just genius. I got to in the heights like Matthew McConaughey just looks like this like rundown fucking surfer dude named Moondog, and you end up finding out that like you find out pretty early on, so I'm not ruining anything, but he's absolutely fucking loaded. Like he's just unreal loaded, and he just lives like a fucking homeless person half the year, pretty much.
That's dope.
Huh.
Fresh as fuck.
Yeah, I have to give that. That came out last year.
Just for half the year. Like I guess during the summer.
They just
Beach Bum.
You'll watch. You'll see.
Moondog.
It's fresh. Moondog.
He's just a pot smoking, beer drinking guy that
That
lives on the
was
beach.
Yep.
Yeah,
And he's a poet.
he's a writer.
And he writes the funniest poems. It's fucking hilarious. But Snoop Dogg's in it
awesome.
too. It's pretty good.
All
Just
right,
check it
we'll-
out.
We'll give it a watch.
Yeah.
We'll give it a watch. Anything else? What have you been watching, Connie?
The recommendation that Brant gave, I don't know if he gave it on the pod or if he just talked about it, but Molly's Game. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie yet.
Molly's
Oh,
Game.
oh, yeah.
Molly's Game. That
yeah.
movie, I
Good?
guess it's a movie / it's based on a real
It's
story.
real life. Yeah, true story.
fuck is that?
Absolutely fire movie.
What is it?
It's
Where'd you watch it on?
I watched it on Netflix.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing.
Kaylin and I watched it, and it was great. It's just a chick that starts running her own poker games.
But it's like a celebrity poker game. It's like real
Yeah.
stories, like they're real actors. Like they don't say the real names, but you can look up the people and you can find out exactly
and
who
it's
the fuck
good?
they are, dude.
You're gonna have to give that a watch,
It's
Ben.
really interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's good.
you got to watch it.
It's
Sounds
good.
good.
Anything else, Ben? What have you been watching? Your Two Girls, One Cup action or what?
Yeah, usually I stick to that.
Nelk
or
Boys, Nelk Boys, right?
Love me some Nelk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about YouTube, of course the Nelk Boys, but how about Mr. Beast have that rock paper scissors challenge yesterday?
Oh yeah, that's
fresh.
pretty fresh.
It was
man.
a tournament that he live streamed that had.
It was.
I mean,
It was a celebrity.
Yeah.
It was a content creator.
rock paper scissors,
paper, scissors
tournament for
tournament.
250,000.
Yeah.
I don't get how he does that
and,
shit.
And the last time
Crazy.
that I saw it, when I was watching the live stream last night, he had raised almost $4 million for the COVID Foundation.
That's awesome.
And
Who
for-
ended up winning? Was it Casey
It was
Neistat?
Nate Shot.
Nate Shot won.
Nate Shot
Wow,
won.
That's cool.
And then so he was matched up. So they had a celebrity guest that
Yeah, Jack Black.
Yeah, and so that's who he was up against first. And Nate Shot just tweeted like earlier today. He was like, "I lied to Jack Black, and I'm never gonna forgive myself." So I guess before they even started, I guess they were talking about their strategy, and I guess he lied to Jack Black about what he was gonna pick: rock, paper, scissors, and that's how he.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do,
Really,
though.
it was
part
really
of the
cool.
game, though. That's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah,
mind
yeah.
game.
But it was really cool how they did it because like Ben and I were talking about it. And we were confused with like the latency delay of like
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah.
Of like how they were going to select, But Mr. Beast would take away all the cameras so they couldn't even see each other, and then it would be a countdown 3, 2, 1.
Right, I saw it.
And
I saw
then
it. It was good.
And then their hand would either be rock, paper, scissors, and it was best 2 out of 3, and it was a 32-man or 32-person tournament.
Speaking of rock,
pretty
paper,
cool.
scissors, did anyone notice yesterday that Kaylin might be the worst rock, paper, scissors player in the whole entire world?
Or best.
Paper
Depends.
all day,
She used
every day.
She used paper 7 times in a row, and then we finally called her out on it. And then she switched up to rock and was surprised that we let her. Like we didn't. It was
Still
hilarious.
beat her.
It was hilarious though.
It was a good try. All right, anything else with quarantine recommendations? I think that was
Yeah,
covered that pretty well.
Just get your numbers up.
All right, moving into
VPN.
TSP with the lads. Terrible sports predictions. A lot of stuff happened. We're just going to dive right in. NFL, we had the draft. We had some major trades. Just a lot of shit going on. So let's just start it off with the draft then. Draft was on, was that a Wednesday? Was it last Wednesday?
Friday, Saturday.
Yep. Nice old 3-day event.
I'm not going to lie. It was a completely online draft. Virtual draft, which was actually ran pretty smoothly. A lot smoother than I thought it was going to.
I liked it. If I'm being honest, I enjoyed it way more than how they normally do it.
What they
Because I
say
feel
it
like
was
it's a little
the
more fast paced.
Well, they
I
said it
love
was
it.
the fastest
I loved
draft
it.
that they've ever had. First
Yeah.
round.
Because it's not the whole walk up on stage,
Right,
hug the
Yeah.
commissioner.
Personally, I'd rather see into their homes. I like to see their family. I like to
Yeah,
see that
I
shit.
do
Like
like
you get
that.
to see, like instead of the first person I'm hugging is Roger Goodell, who they're all hate anyways. They get to hug their mom first. Like that's way cooler to me.
Well, I feel like they hug their parents first. They're with their
Yeah, well,
family.
yeah, I mean-
yeah, but it's like backstage and it's rushed.
Yeah.
I love the fact you get to
No,
see
yeah,
them
I
really
agree.
like all taking it in together. It's amazing,
It
I
is
agree, I
amazing.
agree.
But shout out, I got to give the shout out to the commish for doing the online booze.
Oh
yes, that was
He said it's not the same
yes.
without the booze, and he played it. He had a screen
Yeah.
of a bunch of
And he was
people
like,
on
"Come
the
on,
webcam.
guys,
Come
doing it.
on,
You
let
see,
me hear you."
You see Michael Strahan up at the top right? He was one of the guys booing. He even
really?
said, "Come on, Michael."
Yeah, he said, "Come on, Michael."
Yeah,
I saw that.
Got to give props to that. That was pretty funny.
The commissioner was auctioning off tickets to watch a game at his house in his man cave, and Dave Portnoy
He put like
put like
$50,000.
it was like $32,000, and he's like,
Jesus.
no way, I'm losing this.
Yeah, that
he's
shit
gonna
was
have
wild.
tickets to go to
Oh
his
my
house and watch
God.
the game.
And he's literally banned from like every stadium.
Yeah.
He's not even allowed to games.
But it was
That's
funny. I
awesome.
was watching part of my take, and like they were like analyzing. Like at one point, like the commissioner Roger Goodell was wearing like a suit or like a blazer, and then he came at one of the picks. I don't know which pick, and he was wearing like a sweater, and he was like, "Guys, I just had to get a little more comfortable." And then,
Respect.
and then there were other times that he was lounging in his chair, and he's like, "I'm sitting in the chair that I usually watch the games in, and I'm reading off the picks."
You guys see fucking Jerry
That's dope.
Jones on his $250 million yacht?
No,
It
I
had
didn't.
the freshest
Dude, I didn't get
backsplash
to
I've
see
ever
it.
seen, dude.
All Dallas fans were saying that he needs to go there every time they have a draft because the Dallas fans are saying that was the best draft that they've had in years.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea.
I heard a lot of the fans saying that they're really happy.
Like
with
I
the
was
draft.
gonna say, like I watched maybe the first 10 picks, and then I kind of stopped
watched
watching
like the
too.
first 5,
So
maybe.
but
watched
the main
pretty
thing
much
we
all of
really
it.
want to talk about is Joe Burrow, first overall pick.
yeah.
Can't really be surprised about
No
that.
surprise there.
And he went to the Cincinnati Bengals. So
Yep.
the Tiger King is now literally the Tiger King.
was
LSU
talking about
Tigers
that.
now Cincinnati Bengals. The
1.
Bengals.
His
What?
mom looks like Carol Baskin. 2,
Oh.
he played on the LSU Tigers. 3, he's now on the Cincinnati Bengals. It's too many fucking weird correlations here, boys.
Do you think he is Carol Baskin's husband?
He's too young.
What if the sardine
maybe.
oil?
It's just thoughts, you know. They're not out there.
yeah. Just let's not start that conspiracy. Let's not run with that.
Okay.
But I love that like he is
I thought that's
becoming
what you
the
were getting
Tiger
to.
King.
Yeah, I was
about
trying
to
to
just run with it.
I love that idea of his nickname being the Tiger King. I just love
Do
that.
love it.
I think it's
Yep.
super fresh. But
Or should he just
boys,
be called Joe Exotic?
Big Dick Joe Exotic.
Yeah, big
Well, it
dick
is
Joe
funny that
Exotic.
his name is also Joe.
It's just a lot going on. You know, lot of irony.
Yeah.
Is he going to carry the team? Yes or no?
No.
I've heard
No.
Bengals
that
suck
some
us.
people think he's going to be a flop, but I have the complete and utter faith in him that he is going to go into that locker room and lead those guys. Probably not this season, maybe not next season, but I give him 3 years.
I
just so
think they said
unfortunate.
that they
And
have not
I
made the playoffs in 10 seasons or
They
something.
haven't won a playoff game since 1990.
Yeah, they haven't won a playoff game
Since 19
in 30 years.
That's not
a
good,
long
Chief.
time.
That's
No,
not good.
But you bring in Big Dick Joe.
Dude, I am all aboard the Big Dick Joe train.
I
Okay?
think
I
they
fuck
might.
with him super hard,
Dude,
and I think he can do it.
I loved watching him in college.
I just want to see him get the. I mean, the thing is, he's from Ohio, so it's a little bit different. You know, it's
It's cool.
Brandon, what
in
were you
his
about to
blood.
say? Were you say you want him to get what?
off the team as fast as he possibly
Oh
can.
yeah. You want him to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
It's not a bad. That was something I was talking about with probably Ben. I was like, when you're like, of course, it is a dream to be the first overall pick. You know what I mean? But you know you're going to a fucking shithole of a team.
Exactly.
And especially being a quarterback, it's hard to thrive as a young quarterback on kind of a shithole of a team.
Yes.
But like,
And it may ruin
but, like,
your career.
Some people
Could.
really want that
That challenge.
challenge.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because I mean that's kind of like what I kind of hope he does what Baker's doing, but better.
Baker's some trash.
I wouldn't
Right.
say Baker's doing too
He-
too
I
much.
I mean, he's
to-
not doing
He's
too
terrible.
bad, but
he's doing terrible.
he's not. But
He was the worst quarterback in the league.
First of all, I wouldn't say that.
Worse than the league.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say worse than
But
I mean,
I think so, but
Name one starting quarterback last year that had worse numbers than him.
I don't know. I don't know the numbers like that.
It's worth a Google.
Okay.
He's dog shit.
Well, figure
who's
it
the
out.
Redskins quarterback?
It was Haskins.
No.
what halfway through the season?
Who was it before that?
not
Colt
even.
McCoy?
No.
Who was
No,
it?
it was fucking what's his name?
Case Keenum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
He probably had some shit numbers.
He
Yeah.
had shit numbers, and he got booted down, and Dwayne Haskins got taken up.
Yeah.
But I really do hope that Joe kind of comes out and
Yeah.
does better than what Baker's done so far.
Yeah, very interesting to see how it'll turn out. But like you said, I'm with it. I want Joe to do well, but it's going to be tough for him.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on then.
Can I announce this?
Yeah, sure.
Can I announce this?
What?
I'm so excited to announce. You're going to talk about next.
Yeah.
You're going to talk the second round.
say it,
the
say
second
it,
pick.
say
With the second pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins selected Chase Young, Ohio State.
And the Ohio State.
The Ohio State. This man is going to be playing in the same county that he grew up in. He grew up in the shadows of shitty ass FedEx Field, and now he's going to be running that shit. And he got to join the number 99 gang. Him, Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt.
Oh,
he was
so his
accepted.
number is going to be 99?
He's 99. Aaron Donald
that's
and J.J.
swag.
Watt have both accepted him into this. Do you know how crazy that is? We have a guy that is accepted by the two greatest defensive ends to probably ever live, besides Lawrence Taylor.
That's right.
Yeah, hell of a pick. I think it was the right choice. I think Kevin was saying that he didn't understand all the hype and whatever, but I think it's a great. I mean, like they said, everyone was saying he's the best player in the draft, 100%.
Yes. Him or Okuda. It was either him or Okuda were the best players.
And
Both
you
Ohio
know,
State.
I still think the Redskins are going to be fucking dog shit. But
I agree.
I
do
think-
agree. I agree.
I think he's a fucking absolute savage, and he's really going to he's going to make a difference for
Yes.
sure. For
I
sure.
love.
if he stays healthy.
I just love that scarlet red road from Ohio State now leads right down to DC, baby.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I mean, if we can just get Ohio State players to keep flooding in there the next couple of years, they're going to build something.
It's not bad. They're on the
Not a bad
they're
school to
on the
get your,
rise. New
your picks
coach,
from.
new GM.
Riverboat Ron, dude, it was pretty sick too. So Ron, he called Chase Young and he was like talking to him, whatever. And he's like, hey, let me talk to your dad real quick. And he's like, hey, whatever about him, Mr. Young. I think that it's not my place to do it. I think it's your place to tell your son he's a Washington Redskin. Turned to him, he's like, hey, son, it was really cool to see. That's why I like the draft more.
With the draft this way, it was very cool to see the coaches like having their kids there. It was like very laid back. You know what I mean? Like Bill Belichick had his dog in his seat. You know what I mean? That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see. But Redskins, solid pick there.
Yeah.
We'll see how that turns out. I am kind of excited to see that. But I do like the Redskins.
Man, what about
family.
Ohio State's fucking stock going way up? Number 1, 2, and 3. Got old Joe Burrow, number 1. Got Chase Young, number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Number
You threw me
3.
off there for a second. But yeah, the third one was that cornerback who's supposedly like a fucking gangster. What's his name?
Jeff Okudah.
Jeff Okudah.
I think he was the best person you could have picked up in the whole draft.
You think better than Chase Young?
Better than Chase Young. He would have been a better pick. But the thing is, we needed Chase Young more for us. But
Yeah.
Jeff Okudah's a savage.
Yeah. All right. What about? Does that really cover the draft? Like I said, we kind of.
Well, I
That's
kind of
kind
wanted
of
to focus on number 5, Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Or however you say his last name. First of all,
You said it way better than Roger Goodell.
Roger
did,
Goodell.
Connor. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah,
his last
he
name
sure
up.
did.
Tua Tagovailoa.
I will agree with that. He
was
fucked it up.
dreading That
Yeah,
call all night.
He was
like,
I probably would have
"Fuck,
just
he
said.
finally got called. Now I got to say it.
I probably would have just if like I wasn't confident, I probably would have just said Tua from Alabama University or the University of
Wouldn't have been a bad.
I would have
move.
probably said a joke before I said it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher this name, but I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it as
right,
best I
exactly.
can.
But the funny thing is
We all,
Josh
and then
Rosen,
be like, we all know who he is. You know, like
is
hype
it
it up a little.
Josh Rosen, right? Josh Rosen last year got traded from the Cardinals to the Dolphins because they picked up Kyler Murray in the first pick. So he got kicked from a first round pick to another team. Then he got overshadowed by Ryan Tannehill playing for the Dolphins, and now Josh Rosen is technically. Did Ryan Tannehill get traded?
Yeah, he's on the Titans.
Okay, so he's on the Titans. So then really Josh Rosen should have been the starting quarterback for the Dolphins, but now Tua has come in and kind of kicked him to the curb again. So it's kind of unlucky for Josh Rosen. I was listening to the sports analyst talk about this earlier this week. Just kind of unlucky how you go from one shitty team and you didn't perform, so then you got kicked down. Now you're to another shitty team, you got kicked down again, and now you're getting kicked a third time because they drafted another first-round quarterback.
That sucks. But
Welcome
I mean,
to the Ryan Fitzpatrick experience.
Yeah, really.
He's still getting paid though.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Still
baby.
getting paid.
Yeah.
He's a baller.
And then I have pick 17, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
from
to the
Oklahoma.
to the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys.
That was a savage
That's a good
moment
pick.
with the
Yeah.
phone. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, with the phone. But
So what happened with the phone? Someone explain that to me.
So he got drafted, and then the camera's on him as they're talking about him, and I guess his girlfriend reached on his lap and grabbed his phone, and he looked over, grabbed it back from her, and put it back on his
Snatches
lap,
that
and
shit
just kind
back.
of shook his head and like kind of chuckled. So social media blew up, and he replied to the tweet, and he was like, "Guys, calm down. It's not all about that."
He said, y'all got to chill.
Yeah, but it was just kind of funny.
Did he snatch it like aggressively?
God,
Semi-aggressively.
It was
Like,
like,
hold
"Why
this.
the fuck are you on my phone? Like why the fuck do you have my
She grabbed
phone?"
it. He kind of took it and just put it back
He
down.
put it
his
right
lap.
back down.
Yeah,
on
I'd be
his
like,
lap.
bitch, I just got drafted. Why? Like, you're
Right.
not
Yeah.
gonna fucking answer the phone for
Dude,
me.
He looked.
Right.
He looked like young.
But it was
Thug
funny
sitting
because he
there.
also had another
He
phone
looked
in
like
his
a
hand.
savage.
Yeah,
So
he
he
looked-
had two phones.
He looked like a.
I got
yeah.
two phones.
He looked like a super sav though, sitting there looking like young thug, dude. He was
He did look
dripped
sav.
out.
Yeah.
Like he was wearing a chain that looked like it had to have cost $1 million. Is pretty much what it looked like. It was
He
crazy.
probably was iced out. How about that? Get a little off topic. You guys know Young Thug and French Montana are beefing right now.
About what?
They're just like super beefing
Huh?
all over
Probably just for
Instagram.
content.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Just
feel like
beefing.
that
Publicity.
is-
I wanted to see if you guys saw that.
I feel
Weird.
like French Montana is so fucking corny. Like I just feel like he just. I don't know.
I think what
man.
started it, he said that he had more hits than Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, I think I
and
did
then,
see something
And then
about
Young
that.
Thug was like, "You are an idiot," basically.
Well, don't get me wrong. French Montana's fire. I do think I like his music, but I feel like him as a person, he's a fucking cornball.
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You're gonna call it Kendrick too. That's such like a random person to go
Yeah.
after. Like,
And you do not have more hits than him.
yeah, it's
Come on.
Kendrick.
Kendrick's
Kendrick's in top 5 at the moment.
AKA Ben says to me.
all right, what else on the draft? Does that really
I
cover
also
it?
want to just add Jordan Love got drafted to the Packers, the 26th pick as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
First round pick. Packers pick a quarterback while they still have
That's a little, yeah.
Stupid decision.
late time, prime time, Aaron Rodgers. He's coming down off his prime, but he's still a top tier quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of suspicious. It's kind of falling back into the.
Maybe just grooming him. You never know.
It's kind of back into the cycle of the whole Brett Favre era.
But look how well that worked out.
It worked
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I'm not saying it didn't work out, but it also shows that maybe Aaron's not happy in Green Bay, and they kind of see that, so they're going to try to groom this out, and then
Well, I think that's how all the
Trade.
best quarterbacks have ever started. Every single great quarterback, you got to look, man. They've Tom Brady sat under a good quarterback. You got fucking obviously
Garoppolo.
Everybody, yeah. He sat under somebody.
Well, he
Then-
sat under
Sat on
Tom.
Brady.
Yeah, no, and so I'm saying. And
Yeah,
then I'm
yeah.
also saying, who's the dude? Jacoby Brissett also sat under him at the same time.
Yeah.
Every great quarterback always sat under somebody. People like Baker, Johnny Manziel, fucking Joe Burrow. When they come in, if they don't sit under somebody with experience, I worry that
Joe's got
that's it.
Andy Dalton. He's good.
Yeah,
I feel like Andy Dalton is not horrible, though.
He's not,
No.
but no.
Like, he used to be okay.
Yeah. They still haven't won a
Well,
playoff
no,
game in
yeah.
30 years.
He's
Well,
been
yeah.
he's been very average.
He's average, yes.
And he was also thrown to AJ Green, who's like a freak of nature.
But AJ
Yeah, but I
Green's
mean, one
been
person
injured
can't
for
do
like
it.
Exactly.
4 years.
Exactly, and that's why they can't win.
Right.
dude. All I know.
I'm not
is
saying
that-
they're going to win, but I'm saying Andy Dalton can give him some wise words of wisdom.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. He's
He's a long-time
he's been-
NFL starting quarterback.
Dak
He knows-
Prescott
he
was
knows
underneath
that
Tony
side.
Romo, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he came in as
Was
a
he?
rook. and
Yeah, I
started
don't think
playing.
he was really
He was a
under
rookie.
Tony
He was a
for too
rookie.
long.
He was a rookie with
Okay.
Zeke,
Okay.
and they went out and played together.
Okay. That's fair.
And
But
that's
he
when
was.
they
But
were
Tony
nasty.
Romo was there.
Yeah,
He was there.
Tony was the backup, I guess.
Or- yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
What about Jalen Hurts going to the Eagles?
Oh, yes.
What
Dude,
round
you're
was
in
that?
your-
Was
you're-
that
That
two?
was the second or
Second.
third round, right?
you're in your first year of paying your quarterback on $100 million contract, and you go out and pick up a quarterback.
That was I thought that was crazy. I mean, they
What?
picked up Carson Wentz, the second overall pick, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Something
Well, and then they
like
had
that.
Nick Foles. Nick Foles has done better than Carson Wentz, in my opinion.
yeah.
For
I mean,
the
I
Eagles.
agree.
Technically, yeah.
I don't.
You
I
don't?
mean,
Carson
technically.
Wentz is the reason why they made it to the Super Bowl. Nick Foles just took it over at the last second.
Yeah, but
But
like
won
I'm
it.
saying, like if you technically actually went by their stats, Nick Foles is probably better.
He played like one game that year.
I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah.
Average
maybe.
out the stats,
Maybe.
they're better.
Yeah.
So, anything else on the draft then?
Mekhi Becton's the big
I
winner.
have two more things.
All right,
One,
hit me.
one's Redskins related in a second. So a total of 36 wide receivers were selected through the whole draft, which
Good
is
fact.
like the highest number of positional players, I guess.
Sure.
I guess that's the word.
Okay.
Very, very
Uh,
important to know for the
good
future.
terminology.
Good, good shit.
10 teams picked 2 wide receivers.
Wow.
And 3 teams picked 3 wide receivers in the draft. The Cowboys, Eagles, and the Raiders.
Wide receivers were a hot commodity then, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It was,
interesting.
Well, and I think there was there were a lot of top prospect wide receivers. And the last thing I just want to add, shout out Randy Moss, his son, Thaddeus Moss.
Where did he go?
He's on the Redskins.
baby.
Really?
Yeah, he got
Oh,
picked up
wow.
by
I
the
did not know
Redskins.
that.
Wow.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be lining up as a nice old tight end for him.
That's a good
Wow.
pickup too.
You wanna know
Yeah,
what's-
that's a great pickup.
He's a beast.
Another
Yeah,
crazy
you got
thing,
Randy Moss
actually.
on your side now too.
Randy
Yeah.
Moss in 2010 was teammates with Adrian Peterson. 2020, his son is now teammates with Adrian Peterson.
Wow, that's
That's
crazy.
pretty sick.
That's super dope.
Very crazy.
Super
Wow.
dope.
But that's all I have written down.
Okay.
So I
So
don't know if anybody
staying,
else wants to really talk about
staying in
anything.
the NFL topic, we got to talk about it, boys. Maybe one of the biggest things to ever happen.
Go.
The boys are back.
Go,
the boys are
boys,
fucking
go,
back in
go,
town.
go.
And that town is Tampa.
Tampa fucking
Tampa
Bay
Bay.
has
It's
just fucking
Tampa Bay, baby.
They've
Tampa
done,
Bay.
They have literally did a whole 180.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
They are
dude.
America's team now. Everyone is looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm
A
a
long
huge
time.
Buccaneers fan.
Yeah, me too. I've been supporting them for.
You know what I'm really
10
excited
years,
about,
days.
right?
10 years,
Huh?
right?
You know the Super Bowl's being played in Tampa this year?
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
did hear that.
Wow.
Yeah. So Tom Brady potentially
did?
could be playing on his home turf.
So if you haven't heard the news, Tom Brady and none other than the boy Robert Gronkowski are now fucking playing together in Tampa Bay. He's coming back out of retirement.
Yes, sir.
Like a
Yes,
I don't
savage.
think he
sir.
was officially retired because he was still
No.
technically owned by the
I
Patriots.
got you guys.
It blew my mind.
He out Belichick. Belichick.
All right, let's hear it.
I got
I don't
you
really
guys.
know what
Check
happened.
this out. This is how good Rob is. Rob Gronkowski. He almost got sent to the Lions in 2018. Tom Brady said, "I'm gone if you do that." They let him bring it back. he no longer wanted to play the Patriots. Him and Belichick were done with each other at that point. He knew that after 2019 season that the Patriots were going to have a salary cap issue. So he sat out that year, didn't get paid. Came back this year knowing that if he came back, it would send him over the salary cap limit. They had no choice but to trade him. But he also wouldn't go to anywhere but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they literally had to get rid of him that day. So he out Belichick. He fucked him. It was absolutely amazing. And now he's exactly where he wants to be.
So he wasn't officially retired then. He just took a year off without pay and just didn't play.
Yes. Yep. And then he did that on purpose, knowing that Tom Brady was already leaving. Tom Brady admitted that he knew before the season that it was his last year. So
because he talked about that on Howard.
And him and Gronk got together, decided this whole plan. They out Belichick.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. And
Poor Julian.
what a story that this is turning out to be. And I mean, I don't think I've been this excited for like the start of the NFL in a
we
long
don't
time.
even know when that's going to happen.
Right, but I mean,
True.
still, like just the excitement, you know. I mean, no better time for sports are done and all this crazy shit's happening. It's just gonna make us enjoy sports so much more.
God.
And it's like,
Oh my
can you
God.
imagine when fucking football can happen or like any sport? Jesus,
I'm gonna literally fucking jizz myself.
it's gonna be amazing.
I was
I'm gonna
watching
shoot the fattest load in my shorts.
professional bull riding earlier with Big Brant. We were
good.
sitting there and we were like, holy
sounds
shit,
great,
look
yeah.
at these. It was live. It was live in Oklahoma and there
PBR,
weren't any
baby.
fans in there. It was, but it was live. So, I mean, they're still doing their tournaments and their, whatever you want to call it, their season. But
So,
it's with nobody else in there. It's
So,
crazy.
boys, is he? I mean, what are the chances? Do you think the chances that Tom fucking does it? Like, do you
wins
think
the
they can
Super
do
Bowl?
it? I mean, like, yeah, like they're gonna have a very successful season.
I think
Do you
they'll
think
have a
Gronk is
successful
going
season.
to be as lethal as he once was?
Will
No.
Gronk be comeback player of the year?
No.
No,
He's going to
and
be
yes.
utilized, but they also have O.J. Howard as their tight end.
and
So
Cameron Brate.
And
It's Rob
Cameron Brate.
Gronkowski though.
Yeah. So the thing is, they
Tom
have, so you
Brady.
can think though. You got to look at the outsides. They have Godwin, they have Evans, they have Gronk, they have Brady. Those four names are down. That they should not be on the same offense.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Saints, who are in their same division, and look at their off. They might win the Super Bowl this year too.
That was
what I'm saying.
next
They-
on the list here.
I think the Saints are the filthiest team in the league right now.
Yeah, might as
not
well.
even close.
Go ahead. And
I'd
say
still
what you're
say
gonna say.
I'd still say the Chiefs. The Chiefs didn't lose anybody, and they picked up
Yeah,
people.
but the Saints. I mean, just as far as talent goes, you
Ravens
have-
ain't gonna be bad either.
The Ravens. Oh my god.
The Ravens are gonna be fire this year, bro.
Yeah, but the Saints they
I'm
got
so excited.
they picked up Jameis Winston as their backup. Who
It's
just,
not official yet.
well. Okay,
We're
not
talking Saints
official.
here. We're talking Saints here.
We're talking Saints, who just got his eyes fixed, by the way. So he might
so he's
be
not going to be a part of the 30-30 club. Hopefully,
He might be. He might be the greatest quarterback out
What if he's
right now.
worse?
You don't know.
What if he's like way
He's
worse now
It
that he
could happen.
can see?
Because now he
got-
can't see where he's throwing, so now he's like, now I got to be
Thinking about it
precise.
too much.
Yeah.
You got Alvin Kamara, who might be one of the best running backs in the league right now. Latavius Murray, who's an absolute savage. Then you have Michael Thomas, who might be the best wide receiver in the league.
I
Yeah.
would argue that he
Yeah.
is the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah. And then you have who do they have?
Drew Brees.
Well, of course, Drew Brees, but Taysom Hill,
He's the flex.
who's
now,
just an
technically.
athlete, and they have
Who's their
God.
tight end's pretty
Jin-
Oh my
good.
God.
Jin Jr.
Drew
Beasties.
What's his name?
Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray, Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders,
Oh,
Traquan
yes,
Smith,
there he is.
Deontay Harris, Jared Cook, Adam Trautman,
Cook. Manuel Sanders is
and then
there
they have
now?
Taysom Hill to throw anywhere they want.
When did
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders get there?
I have no idea.
That
He's
just
there
happened.
though. So listen to this. So there's a
Wow.
tweet. It's pretty funny. It says NFC East Saints offense:
Who's on?
Brees, Thomas, Sanders, Kamara, Falcons, Ryan, Julio Jones, Ridley, Gurley, Bucks, Brady, Evans, Godwin, Gronk. Panthers defense. Well, this is going to hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Jesus, that sucks for them.
It's okay. Christian McCaffrey will still score 40 points a game in fantasy.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
hopefully I get him again this year.
What a savage! Oh my God, the
So
Saints are gonna
I
be
get
so
first
good.
overall pick, right? Because I won the fantasy league this year.
You thought, bitch.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's random.
I think that's just how
I
it
can't
should work.
even. I can't even set it up. I don't think in a lineup. I don't even think I can do that honestly.
So
I'll find a way.
anything else with the NFL?
I mean, can we just Super Bowl predictions right now? Can we just go around the table? Let's just call it the record and who's going to win. What's their record for the year? What are they?
What
winning?
is it? 16 games?
Yep.
Is it
I
16
got
to
mine.
the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
or
mine's.
18?
I think the Buccaneers are going 13-3, and the Buccaneers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Wow.
Tom Brady's going to ride off in the night.
I'm gonna say the Ravens.
Ravens.
What's their record?
They're gonna go 12-4.
I
Okay.
like that. I like
Okay.
that.
I like that one. Yeah.
I'm going to go Saints.
So we're all gonna have a different pick here. I like this.
And I think they're going to go 12-4 as well.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Because they're bringing pretty much everybody back, and they had some good pickups during the draft. And Patty Mahomes is just a salve with Travis Kelce.
He is super sad.
Yep.
It's a Z-Mans.
I'm gonna go 12-4 too.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like a fair, like, give them 4
'em a
losses
couple
throughout
losses.
the season.
For sure.
It's fair.
She just don't know.
I'm giving Tom. I'm giving him 1 loss to the Saints. I'm giving him 1 loss to, let's say, the Falcons, and then 1 loss to the Chiefs as well during the year. And he's gonna win out the rest. Super Bowl.
Wow, can't wait for sports.
God, that would be a huge
yes.
week.
All right, moving on then. Still staying on the sports section because we got a lot to talk about. Sports related. How about that Michael Jordan documentary that just came
Oh,
out,
yes.
boys?
Oh,
It's a
yes.
10-part documentary that they're dropping 2 episodes a week, I believe. So Ben and I
So
watched
they're
the
doing 2
first.
episodes a week.
Yes, sir.
Dropping it on Sundays.
I'm not sure what nights, but I know
I think it's
2.
Sundays.
Yeah.
So going back to the quarantine recommendations, if you are sitting and need something to watch, Michael Jordan documentary, it's fantastic stuff. Ben and I watched the first 2 episodes. We won't get too deep into it, but basically I want to talk about, like, I didn't actually know too much about his story. I didn't know that he was as much of a gangster as he was,
And
like
gambler.
Gangster.
in
Yeah.
college and as a
Huge.
rookie, like he was rookie of the year. I didn't know that.
Oh, word. I gotcha.
And he was just, he turned a dying franchise around. I didn't know that as well. I didn't know the Bulls were a dying franchise.
Yeah, they
and
were,
they
yeah.
and he
Well,
turned
it's
it
because you
around.
don't know about it because most people only think about the Bulls starting in
Right.
95.
So they were like
Right?
pretty much
Like when they won the
a
championship.
They were
It was
like
like
pretty much
80s.
like a nobody franchise
like, what,
at
91,
all.
92,
But like now, when
93?
we think about the Bulls, we think about the Bulls as
Yeah, I mean Michael
primetime
Jordan.
team,
I
just
think about
'cause of
Michael
MJ,
Jordan.
yeah.
But yeah,
He 3-peated twice.
Yeah, that's
What a savage.
wild.
he what?
Savage. He
so yeah,
they did twice.
They air every Sunday at 9.
Sunday at 9. It's cool.
The next one's coming on in 20 minutes.
It's cool beans. So yeah, if you're looking, I mean, got to go watch it. It's fucking awesome. And I also didn't know that there was a lot of internal stuff going on with the organization with like the GM and like Scottie Pippen and Michael.
Yeah.
And
I love hearing that stuff. I love hearing about the background stuff that you never hear about. Like,
Yeah.
So the other day, like, I mean, I'm a little bit off topic, kind of same thing. Tom Brady was on Howard Stern. He's talking about his relationship a little bit with Belichick, Kraft, all that shit. It's cool to hear.
It is super
Kinda
cool to
same.
hear. It's cool to because they don't usually talk about it. They want to keep it business professional or whatever. But when time goes on and they can open up and talk about behind the scenes, it is cool to see. Like I would like to listen to how Tom and Belichick work together. And
Now, do they talk about Michael Jordan's gambling?
I'm
problems yet?
sure. I mean,
Is that
it's
brought
a
up?
I think
10
they'll get into that
yeah.
stuff.
So I think it's as the last episode was a lot about Scottie Pippen, but it was also a lot about when Scottie was pretty much leaving and Michael had to do everything, and he became kind of like a dick.
Scotty has sat out a season.
He had to get surgery or whatever, and it was
Yeah.
like a big deal. And Michael kind of turned into a dick and was like
I got you.
But he had to
yelling
be
at
a
people
dick.
at practice and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Well, they started out the season like 0-4 or 0-5 or something like that, and then he
he's
just started
like,
balling
yeah.
out.
MJ's like, yeah, fuck y'all. This
All right,
ain't
I'm
happening
dropping
anymore.
49 tonight.
Did
He is a gangster.
Have they told the story yet when he made the guy forget how to shoot a basketball because of shit talking?
I don't think so.
No,
What? There's-
Muggsy
if you-
Boat.
yes, if you
no,
look it up,
they have not talked about that yet.
He literally broke someone's shot with his ability to shit talk.
Yeah.
The greatest.
I
the
can believe that.
greatest
You can really get in
competitors-
someone's head and like make them really think about like their
That's what
hand
Kobe did.
movement and
That's what Kobe did every time. Kobe would
Yeah.
when they were on the free throw, he would tell them like the issues with their free throw shots.
Yeah.
Like that's
so
just
you
some
gotta tuck
savage
your
shit.
elbow in more, bro.
That's a way to. That's such a
What
good
is
way
that
to shit
shit?
talk is just critique
How about-
who you're playing against.
How about-
That'll
didn't he
fuck
bet,
with
like-
anyone.
Sorry, I mean I was keep cutting you off.
you're
I
fine, you're
apologize,
fine.
Zach. But didn't he bet someone like $50,000 while he was on the foul free throw line? He's like, "Hey, yo, bet you 50,000 I make this." He's like, "Yeah, I got you."
I think it
whatever.
might
He's
have
like,
been
"I
more
bet."
money than that.
It was just something
But yeah.
ridiculous.
That was Kobe who did that, or
was Kobe
Michael?
that did
I
that.
think he
Sorry.
did it.
That's
Yeah.
savage.
I'm
And
just
he
talking
did
about
the-
more of just savagery, and I'm sorry, I've read a little ahead.
Remember,
I
he,
No, it's fine.
apologize.
remember he did the eyes closed thing. Was that to Mutombo?
That was
Yeah, Mutombo is for
yes,
you. He
Yes.
shuts his eyes and shoots a free throw, cashes.
Yeah. Also, moving in.
That's just
MJ's such a savage. See, I like my athletes to not be pussies. Like I love the fact that
Yeah.
MJ talks shit. I love the fact
You
that
are,
he wasn't
you are
perfect. Like,
changing up on us.
what do you mean?
You're saying MJ and Kobe like back and forth. You're confusing the hell out of me. I don't know who you're talking about.
talking
you
about
might have been
MJ
saying
right now.
Kobe, yeah. But yeah, MJ.
You were saying Kobe, and you were you were talking about Kobe, and you went right back to MJ, and I was super confused. They're both savages. That's why I was confused.
They are both savages.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself because we were talking.
Yeah.
Because the thing that we're going to say now is
that RIP to the GOAT Kobe, but his last season in the NBA he was followed around by a camera crew. Is that correct?
Yeah, they had like a all-inclusive camera crew follow him around and document his whole season, and
So-
they eventually wanted to turn it into a documentary. They wanted to turn it into a documentary like MJ, and like interview him afterwards and have his take on things. But now they're thinking about doing something.
Yeah, it'll have to be
something
different,
because of his death.
That'll most likely be coming in the near future, so look out for that.
Yeah.
Anything else in the sports world before we move on to our last TSP with the lads segment? Anything else?
No.
Questions, concerns? No. All right. Last thing, no sports, but there is kind of sports still.
Electronic sports.
E-gaming,
Virtual.
virtual,
sports.
huge. I mean, this really blew up. I don't know, 2 years ago.
I'll let you.
Yeah, it'd be like 2017.
It really took a turn and just exploded. But what I really want to talk about is everyone knows the game Fortnite, one of the biggest games, probably revolutionized competitive gaming
For better and worse.
for better and worse. But Fortnite
did?
actually just had a
Fortnite, yeah.
online concert, a Travis Scott concert. It was an event, an in-game event. They had
Nut.
It was fucking spectacular. I will say
It was great. I enjoyed myself.
There was over 12 million people that watched that first concert.
No bullshit.
12 million, over 12 million. It was a Fortnite
Jesus
record
Christ.
At that one time,
at that one time. The first
of people.
concert that we were in. Over 12 million people. So they had like a in-game concert basically that it was just next level. He played like 3 or 4 songs, and
I get those goosebumps every time.
they're just sending you through space, sending you through water.
In a
you're
video
swimming
game,
through
it-
and like you're doing things that you can't do.
Travis Scott's as
Normally.
big as a skyscraper,
Yeah,
just
it's
just-
walking around with the freshest Jordans on.
I mean,
It's-
it's so hard to explain it, and it was so hard to like consume what was going on. Basically, it was just like kind of just weird and like
Have you-
unbelievable.
Have you gone back and watched it since then? I rewatched
The
it.
other night, actually,
Yeah.
they had another concert.
We did it
We
again.
watched it again.
Oh,
with Ricky.
was it the same or was it?
It's the
Yeah, it was
same.
the same
It was
set.
Gotcha,
Same
gotcha.
set.
Yeah.
So,
was dope.
it was sick, and I think it's pretty cool that Fortnite does stuff like that. I've never seen a game that has in-game events like that, like a concert. Like they have had a Marshmello concert in a game, and now they did the Travis Scott one. It was fucking awesome. I mean, what was your guys' thoughts on it?
Well, it sucked for me because my PC can't run Fortnite to save its life. I was pretty upset about it.
But I mean, the event in general, though, Connie.
I mean, the event was crazy. I mean, that's the only reason I got on Fortnite.
Right.
Like, I haven't played Fortnite.
There you go.
I haven't played Fortnite.
Here we
in
go.
months.
Here we go.
You
Let's
know,
hear
so
it.
no. All I'm gonna say is like I don't play Fortnite anymore. But when I saw that Travis Scott was doing a live,
Got
or
you
like
on.
they had like a live performance, like obviously I wanted to tune in and watch it. I'm sure that's what a percentage of those 12 million people that watched it the first time wanted to do.
right.
Because like
sure.
I
Oh, for
mean
sure.
there are even like big time streamers that don't enjoy playing Fortnite right now, but they all and again it's content for them too. So it was super cool and super interesting to kind of queue up, and it was nice that you didn't have to limit just a 4-person party,
Yeah, I did like
which is
that.
what I was kind of afraid of.
Yeah, that was
But
dope.
it was cool that we could have a few of our other friends kind of join in with us, and we were all in the same chat, so we could all kind of interact together and
Dude, we were going
be
buck
hyped
wild.
together.
Yeah, we were getting buck wild together. Kevin made me so hyped during that whole thing because I know
I'm s-
Kevin's a huge Travis Scott fan.
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs at a video game. It was crazy.
in your basement with just you and Ben with your headphones on, so you guys.
But what if no better time for this to happen?
Yes,
Oh, it was
this
the
was
world.
we
timing.
needed it
because
We
this was
needed
in the
this.
works for quite a while,
Yeah,
and it just so happened.
It's very convenient. Very
that,
convenient.
You know, it was quarantine, and it pretty much connected like 12 million people to get this amazing experience at one time, like an
it's
online
cool that,
concert.
It's cool that Fortnite's doing it in different regions.
Yeah.
So like it's not just one sole concert. Like 2 or 3 Americas,
Yeah.
Northern Americas. Then there's like Europe. There's Asia. There's Pacific. So
Yeah.
like there's different time zones when they're doing these different events. So it really gets the whole world interacted into this one game, and it brings pretty much everybody together to enjoy and kind of.
It's just the future.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You
Yeah.
want to talk about some of these?
I mean, yeah, kind of. So I pulled up some different facts for pretty much just talking about Fortnite and how Fortnite's really changed gaming in general over the past 3 years. I'll say 3 years because 2017 kind of 2017 is when like Fortnite came out, and Fortnite came out with like Against the World or Save the World.
Yeah.
Save the World, and Fortnite at that time was $20. And my dumbass and a few of our other friends bought fucking Fortnite at $20 back in 2017.
What a nerd.
Only $20 though.
Right, and but it was also 30 FPS, so like it was super laggy and it wasn't even fun to play.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and buy all the skins.
Oh yeah.
But so like the crazy thing, so then Fortnite in like 2017, 2018, they came out with the Battle Royale version, and this is where gaming took a turn for the better.
Yeah.
Made Fortnite free with in-game purchases.
That's unbelievable. So I think that's what really revolutionized everything. Is
No,
like,
it 100% revolutionized gaming in general, because all these other gaming developers saw how successful Fortnite was becoming because it was free. Like
Exactly.
I know you three motherfuckers weren't gaming in 2017, 2018, but as soon as Fortnite came out and you guys saw that it was free, you guys were like, and I guarantee you this is where a lot of people came from. You know, they stopped gaming when they were kind of growing up, and then a free game, you guys were like, well, why not download it? Why not just play it?
I just think it was just so different too. Just they literally revolutionized the way. Like I don't know how you like, and that's why I struggle going back and playing other games. Like you can build, you can do crazy shit in this game. Anybody can play it. Like there's kids in third world countries that now have if they just have Wi-Fi in a system, they now can play the game. They don't have to pay a single dollar, and they get to enjoy what everybody else gets to enjoy. It's unbelievable.
I think they did a great job, as well as, of course, being free. But I think it was challenging too. I mean, what about that feeling of just catching that first W, like in those first couple
of
months,
knowing that you outlived 100 other people?
That used to be the
I
best.
mean,
We'd
no,
all stand up, high five everybody in the room.
I mean, it was like a drug. It was like I was fully addicted to that
Right.
point. Like I just wanted to keep winning, and it was like that satisfaction of those long, like 30-minute games, of just really trying your hardest, and I mean, just awesome.
And like Fortnite changed like Battle Royale to it from an aspect too, because there were other Battle Royale games out. There was PUBG and H1Z1 are like the two biggest ones, but they were both only PC for the time being. They have come to Xbox now, but they were only PC, and they were like $30 to $60 on PC. So like you had to pay to play these games, but it was more realistic. It was a lot slower pace. It was a lot more technical. Fortnite is cartoony. It's more child friendly.
Yep.
You know, and then there was the creativity with building and tearing down materials, and
I mean, honestly,
and
all that
the
shit.
third person shooter.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
I think that's another thing that is amazing to me.
well,
I used to hate
H1's
third person though.
I did too.
Like,
Until
I never wanted to play Gears or
and now I
anything
hate
like
Call
that.
of Duty because like I don't like the first person. Like it feels so weird
fair.
to me though.
It's
But
different.
it's
Well,
like
It's different.
it's the field of view.
Yeah.
Like, because first person, like Call of Duty, for example, your head is over the gun and you don't have the field of view to see.
Oh, I know what it
like
is.
I'm explaining for the viewers, Brant.
all right, continue to tell
That,
pointless
you know-
facts and keep going.
All right, Jesus, Brant, this is like my favorite part of this whole episode. Can you just kind of let me talk about it?
Feel free, buddy.
All right, thank you. Jesus. So, you know, it's just, so like Fortnite has that wider field of view. It's that third person point of view. In 2018, Fortnite, being a free-to-play game, had the highest grossing month. You know, so it's free, but then they have the in-game revenue, in-game purchases, such as skins, items, dances, you know,
Yeah, I think that's
everything
genius.
under
That's
the sun.
genius.
they really,
Oh, it's super genius.
They're
really-
charging,
they
just charging
they
for-
made gaming cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, like the Fortnite dances and stuff. That,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
they came
they
out
just
with.
made it
and,
cool,
like,
and like
I think there was one
a
single
good way to put
moment
it.
that literally there was a point where like, you know, where gaming wasn't obviously like the cool thing to be doing. Like, you know what I mean? There was always other things. There was one night where Ninja, Drake, Travis Scott, and Juju Smith revolutionized gaming forever.
yeah, that was in March of 2018, and Ninja at that point had almost a 1.5 million average viewers,
Monthly viewers, yeah.
monthly viewers at that point during the Drake stream, like right around that time, and he also had close to 75,000 subscribers,
It's a lot of
which is
before
fandos.
or after the
like during,
like pretty much
during-
like
that,
during
that time.
during that time period,
A month.
during
Word.
that month, yeah.
Word.
But during that 1 month, which is May of 2018, so this is right after everything with Drake, Fortnite had the biggest 1 month revenue at almost $319 million in 1 month just off revenue.
That's insane.
That is insane. That's 100 million more than the next.
Yeah, which is
I don't know. What
which
that
is some probably Asian game. That was July of 2017, so that's even years back. But then like Clash Royale is also on this list, and Clash of Clans, which are two pretty famous games. But like even like the rise of Fortnite from 2017 all the way up to 2019. So like in 2017 August, they had registered Fortnite players worldwide. There was 1 million players. So 1 million players in August of 2017. And you go all the way to March of 2019, which is where this graph ends. There's over 250 million people playing worldwide.
So in 2 years, they
I mean,
gained
just think about the
250
evolution of
million
that. Yeah.
people.
That's insane, my guy.
It's a
Which
lot.
is crazy.
Imagine
No,
if our
impressive.
podcast gained 250 million people.
I would.
And if that happened,
2 years.
I'd suck you right now.
he would put that Jalser size to use.
Yeah,
really.
Somebody suck me.
Somebody suck me.
But then like it's just crazy how like Fortnite changed not just like gaming, but then like content creation in general.
Well, that's why I
Like,
say that. It's just
with
like,
like
they gave
just like
people
Twitch and YouTube.
Well, they gave people a real outlet. They gave people, the thing is just because you're now, you're not LeBron James, but now you can be Ninja or Tfue. And it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
you might not have had this set of skills to go out there and dunk a basketball and be a fucking great, but now you actually have the ability to maybe go out there and achieve something that's like realistic. And that's one thing I think is what's cool about gaming is it gives people like almost kind of levels the playing fields on a lot.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you're 7'2". It doesn't matter if you're 4'11". Like
True.
it's all about what good,
Well, it's amazing. Like all these like professional players, they're all like 18 and under.
Very
like
young.
they're
Yes.
so young,
Yeah.
and these
well,
kids
it's
are
'cause
making.
their reaction time and their
Well, yeah, and it's just like they're just kids. It's
Yeah.
just how it is. Just video games. When the younger you are, the more video games you play at this point. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And these kids are making millions and millions of dollars, and millions of people watching them just playing a video game, and now they're set for the rest of their lives.
Yep. It's crazy.
And Fortnite, you know what I mean? It is paved the way for all
Well, and, like
gaming.
Fortnite had their World Cup back in August.
Yeah,
Was it
what a
August?
hell of
And
an
it was-
event.
I don't know
Hell
what
It was
of
like
an event.
it was a $40
unbelievable.
million World Cup prize, like purse.
Yeah.
And, like the winner, Bugak, won $1 million.
No, I think he won like 3
Yeah,
million.
Oh,
I
was
think
it
he
3
won
million?
3 million, and the purse I think was like 100 million.
Yeah, like
I
altogether.
thought it
together.
was $100 million for the whole
Crazy.
season, but 30 or 40 million for just that turn.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
I can't
Okay.
remember.
Yeah.
It's insane though.
But Buga's
the fact
15.
that we're literally even talking about it being
In
at a
millions.
minimum
Yeah.
40 million all the way up to
Yeah.
100 million, like that's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Sure.
This is a video game we're talking about. Like,
a free video
game,
game.
yeah.
A free video
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
right there.
But you don't even have to
That says
pay
it
to
all.
play in the
That's-
tournaments. You
that's
just have to
unbelievable.
qualify.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't have to go anywhere. You can play it from
Which
your
it's
home.
funny
Yeah, it's like-
because like kids now are like so used to like these big prizes, and like Fortnite's kind of lowering some of the winnings, and like these kids are getting upset because like they win one of these cash cups and they win like $1,000
yeah,
a
I
week.
saw that shit.
You know what I mean? But then I watch Nick Merckx a lot, and Nick growing up in his competitive scene with Gears of War and then going into Call of Duty and Halo, he would have to travel places, spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to even go to these places, play LANs, and maybe win like $700.
Yeah.
And then split between 4 or 5 of his teammates.
Yeah, just
You
but
know,
now
so-
now
you know,
the
so it's
entertainment
just
is
crazy.
there.
If I could
People-
ask you guys, who do you guys think is kind of been the face of this movement of gaming? Like who?
I mean,
like who are the?
definitely
Like, who are the big? That's what I'm saying. Like for people that aren't as familiar with gaming, like who are the big like top 5 you can think of that have really like brought this wave on?
Well, for the competitive scene and really making gaming cool, maybe not the competitive scene, content creating scene, and making video games cool and views wise and paving that. Definitely Ninja, Tfue.
Tfue.
Yeah, big one.
Myth was a big one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Nick
That
Merckx
was really big.
Nick Merckx 100% was huge.
And fam.
Well, because he was
Dr.
he was console
Disrespect,
game.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Disrespect.
I also feel like
Even like Nick A30.
Nick
yeah.
He was a huge streamer. He still is.
Drama Alert. What's that guy's name?
Drama Alert?
Keemstar.
Keemstar
Oh,
with the
Keemstar.
Fortnite
He held
Fridays.
Yeah.
a lot of tournaments when Fortnite first got big.
I'd also say like Summit 1G. He was big in like H1Z1 and PUBG.
Okay.
And then he kind of came. He brought his viewers kind of into Fortnite for a little bit, but he's more of like that more realistic shooter.
Yeah.
And he's more of like a CS:GO,
Right. Sure.
H1Z1 PUBG type of guy, but he still averages like 30 to 40,000 viewers, concurrently. So he's a pretty big streamer as well.
Pretty solid, I'd say.
Yeah, that's very solid.
Yeah.
I think that about wraps it up. I know. I'm sorry that this might be a little slower episode of a But
No,
this
I
is,
love it.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
and,
just
like,
something that's very interesting to
We
us
didn't
and
even get
wanted to talk about it.
crossplay, or other games becoming free, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, we could talk about Fortnite forever. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many, or just gaming in general. It's
I know.
just a huge
I
part
love
of our
it.
lives. Yeah, Connor
love it.
Connor loves it.
It's my life.
It is. It literally is.
No,
There's way worse
shit,
things
honestly.
that could be your life.
That's
so
what
That's great.
That's what I say all the time. Like,
Say if,
It's like,
if someone would
Dad, I could be doing heroin. All right.
right, exactly. Or like,
Dad, I could be practicing using a jazzercise to suck my boyfriend's
or,
dick.
shit. I mean, sometimes I'm so locked into a game, I don't check my phone. So like, there's some times that like I don't text Kaylin for like an hour and a half.
Or you just don't text me back when I ask you for something.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
not
I
just
love-
Kaylin, but I'm using Kaylin
No,
as an
my
example.
favorite is that Zach will send something kind of important. I'll send like a stupid article about somebody like pick their nose, and you'll respond to me, but won't respond
Yeah, I
to
know.
Zach.
But I'm
fucked up.
dead ass like locked into a video game. But hey, I could be out doing drugs, but instead I'm just sitting in my basement at my computer playing a video game. You know what I mean?
Ma'am. Ma'am. Poop. Poop.
But yeah, gaming's awesome.
It is. No
And then-
better time to game either.
Then
You know what I mean?
I guess the last thing that I
I
kind of
love
want
the
to touch on.
camaraderie of it. I just gotta say real quick, like my favorite
Oh,
thing about
yeah.
gaming, like I suck. You guys know I am garbage at games.
I wouldn't say
But-
garbage, but I mean,
Okay, well I'm very below average. I would
Subpar.
say.
I'd say you're pretty average.
Okay,
I
I'm
would say
average.
you're
Thank
at
you.
least average. At
Thanks,
least.
guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. But dude, the coolest thing is it's just
Subpar.
like it's hard for people to understand that camaraderie. It's hard to understand that
Yeah.
camaraderie between like, it takes you back to like 7th grade. You get off on a Friday night. You go. Your mom already got 12 Mountain Dews waiting for you. You go in your room. Call of Duty all weekend. Double XP.
Yeah, well, it's amazing too. It's like there was a time in my life, like in middle school, where that was hanging out with my friends. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
I'd argue it still is.
I mean, yeah,
No,
it still
and
is.
that's,
I mean, I
and
think
that's
so.
that's why I love Fortnite so much. 'cause
That's
it
my
brought-
favorite.
And it
it
kind of
brought
helps with
back.
this whole quarantine thing too, because
Yeah,
it's like
for sure.
obviously like the
Yeah.
four of us see each other regularly,
Yeah.
but then there's other guys that we're
Well, like
used
Kevin.
to seeing
Kevin,
a little
yeah.
more
Okay.
often.
Shout out
Yeah,
Kevin.
exactly, Kevin.
And
He gets
I love
on for
playing
a
with
game or
Kevin,
two,
like-
and then he gets off. But hey, at least I get to see him.
He's got to go. He's got to go clean his fucking.
Or
Go for
close
his
the
walk.
freezer.
or close the freezer.
Go for his walk.
Close the freezer. Or go.
He's got to go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
Got to go take his cat on a walk.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyways,
it's,
no, but Fortnite, yeah. I mean, I feel like I really enjoyed it just because of like the connection with your friends. You're in a squad of 4. You're all
It's
having
teamwork.
call outs and teamwork and just hanging out. Talking to
Yeah.
them every night.
And it's cool to watch the game evolve. You know what I mean? I've never been so invested into a video game as much as I have Fortnite.
Yes.
And the way that they can still bring me back and keep me entertained and watching the game grow and evolve with all its ups and downs. Because trust me, I've like been like, fuck this game, fucking hate it, and then I'm like, wow, I do love this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Been ups
yeah.
and downs, but hell of a game, and
I think it's
love it.
amazing because I think we're just touching the tip of the iceberg when it comes to gaming. I think with the shit that we're gonna see, the things that are come out, it's
gonna blow
It's
up.
gonna be amazing
they
to see.
had 2 different video games on ESPN2 today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
had
crazy.
Dude,
they had the
Madden was
Madden tournament.
hype.
Brand
It
and I
was
were
so
having a
hype.
fucking. Brand and I said that's almost more entertaining than watching like the NFL because it's so much quicker.
It was unbelievable.
And-
I was fucking
and
with it
it's-
so hard.
There aren't any commercials because
Yeah.
they're playing the game the whole time.
And
so
you get to
it's-
see
it's
them.
just
You get to
quick.
see them like talk. Like you can see them like communicating with people around them and see what they're doing. You see in their house, they got commentators going.
Yeah,
Then Rocket League, they had Landon Donovan fucking commentating it.
Really?
That is fucking
Like
sick.
how
That's
filthy
kinda
is that on ESPN2, bro?
That's pretty sick.
Like
And I mean, obviously,
I think
like
it's
Landon
cool shit.
Donovan
He
doesn't
probably
really
didn't
know what's
what the
going
hell
on,
he
but
was saying.
he said that
"Oh, nice goal."
he
It was
said that
kinda
he's
fun
been
to hear
watching it.
though. Like it was fun to
It
hear.
was.
It was
because like
probably
you get to
goofy.
hear that amateur perception where he's not really sure what's going on. So it's like it's nice they had him because it excites people
Yeah.
because he's getting excited.
Well, and he
Exactly.
talks about like how Rocket League is a soccer car game.
yeah, I like to talk about the strategy.
And he's talking about
passing and
strategy
stuff.
because he's
Yeah.
talking about like how like Rocket League's similar to like indoor, where like the Rocket League pros are like hitting the ball off the walls to pass it to each other, like they're keeping it up in the air so that the other team can't touch it, and like I mean it's the same way with like indoor soccer, like you're using the walls to pass between yourself or other teammates, you're hitting off the wall for a deflection to put it in a goal.
Beautiful indoor soccer.
It was just awesome to see 2 esports that were on ESPN2 today, and just kind of looking out. I was looking forward to that all day, and it was just really cool to just see the advancement of esports in general.
And
Gaming
and
rules.
and it's only the beginning, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And
I did a paper
That's
on.
what she said.
I did a paper on advancement of esports
Nice.
in college.
Very nice.
I was trying to find it, but I think it's on my computer that Spencer has.
alrighty, boys, we're moving on.
Feels bad.
We're going to move on to the round table. We're going to do some questions, and we're going to end it with the facts and get off.
Where are we
We've been
at right now,
rambling.
boy?
So Ben's
Yeah.
got, how many questions do you have, Ben?
I think there's 7.
All right, Ben's got 7 questions. We'll give us
Maybe 6.
our honest opinions and answers, and we'll blow your minds with some facts.
This might
and get
be
the
the
fuck out of here.
This might be the hardest podcast to follow for people.
Yeah, like I said, I already apologized for it, but you know what I mean.
They can suck our
Well, no, I just
cat.
think like
Listen, it's what we love to talk about, and if they want to listen, they can listen.
Yeah, at the same time,
But
you
we
gotta-
love you listening.
Yeah, we actually need you guys. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
If you don't like what we're talking about, please tell us so we can switch it up.
Yeah.
Please,
Feedback always helps. All right, Ben, what are you doing?
All right.
Come on.
Well, I was waiting for you motherfuckers to stop talking.
dude, just talk, Ben.
All right.
Man
What's the
up.
worst thing you've gotten thrown out of a bar for?
Trying to fight a huge biker
Where
because he bumped into me.
was that at
Brandt's
Mountaineer?
birthday party.
Yeah, Mountaineer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
forget about
Yeah,
that.
I
were
had
just too
to, I had
swayzy.
to bring you outside.
Dude, he had face tats.
You just too swayzy. Brant?
Yeah, I don't
You
know
ever
what
been
my
kicked out
deal
of a bar?
was, bro.
Connor's probably never been kicked out of a
got
bar.
kicked out.
I would say mine is kicking Zach out.
Okay.
I
I
got
wasn't like causing a scene. I was just yelling.
I was just
You were
yelling.
kind of causing a scene a little bit.
I don't think so.
I got
All right,
punched
Brant.
in the face and I got kicked out.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sucks.
Yes.
So
sucks.
I would say that is the worst thing you've gotten
yeah,
thrown out of
the
a bar.
bartender
But,
looked
yeah.
at me and was just like, "Well, looking at your face, you probably caused it." And I was like, "Damn, for real?"
She's like,
I
you're
was like,
so
wow, for
goddamn ugly. I don't know why the hell you'd even come in this
Nah,
bar.
straight up, she really did say I started it. I was like, "With what?" She was like, "The way you looked at him." I was like, "I didn't even see him, ma'am. he blindsided me. That's why he punched me in the side of the side of the face, not the
Yeah.
front."
What about you, Ben?
I've never been kicked out of a bar.
Pussy.
No, I'm just
Well, technically, we would have.
I know how to get
Joe.
away with things.
We would have gotten
Okay?
we would have gotten kicked out of Topgolf if we didn't willingly walk out on our own.
Yes.
I would say that
Brand
would be
standing
the
on
case.
table. We
that's
were
pretty
wilding.
accurate.
I also did
Brought our
hear-
own bottle into
Yes,
bottle in.
smacking vapes all over the place.
Yeah, we didn't give a fuck. Delilah was.
She sucked.
Yeah, she sucked.
Was that actually her name, Delilah?
I don't
think
know.
so. All right,
glad
next
you all
question, Ben.
knew
Next
that.
question.
Juanita.
If you could only watch one actor's movies for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Will Ferrell.
That was mine.
Oh,
Will
that is a
Ferrell.
very good answer. Nicolas Cage, maybe.
What?
I feel like that's a bold.
you might
bold
as well
statement.
have said you only want to listen to Nickelback. Also,
Nicolas Cage? What are you like, fucking national
I'm not gonna lie.
treasure?
Kaylin and I
I
did
feel
just
like
watch
just
both of those. and they
you
were
only said that because of
fire.
National Treasure, though.
I mean,
so what other movie are you gonna watch?
That was the first name that came to my mind.
Okay, we're
honestly
just-
probably Will Ferrell or
I am so blown you just said Nicolas Cage. What other movie? Name one other movie he's in besides National Treasure.
I don't know.
next.
Ghost Rider. Come on, dude.
Okay,
Next.
Mark Wahlberg,
That's a decent one.
Mark's
That's
a
not
good
bad.
one.
He's pretty funny.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's good.
Yeah, it's
I was
okay.
going to say Johnny Depp
Ooh, Johnny Depp's
Not a
good
bad one.
or
good movies.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Now
good
you're
movie,
talking. You know that'll be a good one. I think Will Ferrell. Just,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
definitely going
if I had
Will.
to choose like a certain genre, it'd definitely be comedy.
Always comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
would
Just
agree,
it's just
I would
easier
agree.
to watch. So I would probably do Will Ferrell.
All right, yeah,
Sure.
I'm
I'd,
going Will.
I'd
Will
probably
too.
go Adam Sandler.
Solid.
Adam.
All right,
Final answer,
all right,
Brant?
Nicolas Cage.
I said
I
Hey,
couldn't
it's just
believe you.
it's
Couldn't
just the
believe you
first
said
thing that
that.
came to my mind.
Johnny
came to
Depp.
my mind.
Okay, Johnny
I'll take
Depp.
Johnny Depp.
All right. Next one.
He's so dreamy.
Would you rather have to jerk off your flaccid fingers to get them hard so that you could work, or have your dick be a finger that you could maneuver and flick stuff with?
I think I'd rather have my dick be a finger.
Yeah, me too.
So you're telling me I
I
can,
read
like-
that and I was like, damn, that's awesome.
I could use my
You can flick the bean with
my
your
ween.
ween.
Wow.
Flick the bean with your ween.
Zach would have a short finger.
It actually. I was about to say my dick would probably be bigger that way.
Very cool.
Yeah, probably. So what are you going? You like the
Hope not
finger?
that. Hope not that finger. I don't want that awkward bend in there. You know.
Yeah, I'd probably go the peen being a finger.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That would be pretty lit.
That was a funny one though. I like
yeah,
that.
I like that.
Yeah,
you get
I
a little
know.
I mean, can you imagine having like
Could you
you're just
imagine
in the
having,
middle
like,
of the
flimsy
workday and your
fingers?
fucking fingers go flaccid on you?
You're like, oh, my
fuck.
fingers are flaccid, dude. I gotta
Fuck.
I gotta
You just-
stop the recording.
What do you? Is it gay if you start sucking on them? Like, how's it work?
I
Zach, can
mean,
you take another
I don't
one
think
for
it's
me?
gay.
Another
No,
pick?
yeah.
I guess it's
Yeah,
however
sure,
you
single
want it to
single.
work.
All right, next one. Would you rather live in a world without headphones?
I love that.
Or a world without doors?
World without doors. I'm trying to see some titties, boy.
I'd say a world without headphones. I like doors.
I do like doors.
What?
What about your front door?
Wow.
Zeus would be
you
fucking killed 9,000
No door.
people
You
by this
You
point.
couldn't play Fortnite. You couldn't do this right now.
You
couldn't
can,
even hear
you can
yourself.
still
Fortnite
play
with no
Fortnite.
What are you gonna
headphones.
walk around playing music out loud like that one kid used to always do in high school that everybody hated?
Yeah. No, I agree. It's annoying.
Every high school had that kid that just walked around playing his music on full blast on
Or
his
if
phone.
you're
right?
like on
It's always
public
like,
transport and people are talking on FaceTime
it's
and
just
shit.
Jefferson.
Oh, that's the fucking goddamn it.
Yeah, that shit's so annoying.
I'm probably gonna say a world without doors.
Are you guys kidding me?
I like World Without Doors. I need headphones, boy. How you gonna watch porn?
You are gonna get
You wear
walked
headphones
into
when you
jerking off a
jerk
lot.
It was a joke because there's no doors. Like, don't you need a door to jerk off more than you need headphones? That was part of the joke, but it went over your ass head clearly.
I got it.
Thank you, Connor.
What'd you say?
I said, how do you watch porn without headphones? And you guys immediately were like, you watch porn with headphones? No, I don't. I just thought it was funny because, like, obviously you need doors.
Because you usually do it behind a closed
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
That was
I
part of
mean,
the joke. It just went way over your ass head.
You guys might.
Yeah, whatever.
I
You
do
don't shut the door?
I do door wide open.
That's fresh, honestly. That's honestly a savage mood. I remember there's this kid in middle school. I think his name was Brendan Reichert or some bullshit.
You,
Brendan
really, you
Reichert?
went first and last name.
Yeah,
on
I don't
him.
care either way. But I remember that kid. They used to talk about him. Apparently, he would like just jerk off everywhere. Like he could care less at all. Just he'd be at a sleepover, everyone's talking. He'd just be over in the corner just wanking his shit.
Just because like he had
I
to.
could
Like I
not
feel
even
like that could be
imagine.
like like a problem where you just have to fucking relieve yourself.
That's
Whereas
definitely a
like he
problem.
really just doesn't give a fuck to that degree where he's like, fuck you guys.
really-
I
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go
wish I
whack
had that
it.
mindset.
I could just have a
I
little
like
relief.
don't get me wrong.
Didn't give a fuck.
I mean, you can start jerking.
I mean,
it
Connor,
you
if I
want.
look over, we're midway through the pod and you're just whacking it. I mean, first I'm gonna be
Respect,
like,
right?
nice
I
dick.
would, yeah.
Second, I'll be like, kind of weird, but like, we can like virtual nux for
Yeah,
it. You know
and
what
then
I mean?
Zach will put his jaws side to use.
Then I'll give you the old Jawser size. You guys are so jealous. I'm gonna have be like the Crimson Chin by the end of the fucking
Yeah.
month.
He's
All right.
gonna be giving the Glucky to Gluck 9000
Next question.
All right. Would you rather wear high heels or a belly shirt?
belly shirt.
Belly
like, so you have to go out in public like all the
Yeah.
time. You're always wearing a belly shirt. You're always wearing high heels.
Dad bods are in, baby.
Dude, that'd be miserable.
I'm rocking a belly shirt as well.
Yeah, I can't be fucking agile in high heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, belly shirt. I got belly to show off too.
I'd like to
That'd
see
be
you
nice.
in a belly shirt, Connor.
Maybe we can make it happen.
Ooh,
All right. Last one here, boys.
alrighty.
Would you rather get projectile vomited on by a homeless person for an hour straight,
Wow.
or
What's the next one?
Yeah, I'll wait for this next one. Or get your dick sucked by a toothless homeless person with no gag reflex.
Well, I'm just gonna go with that one. That one sounds pretty sick. But hopefully, can I make it a female homeless person with no teeth?
I mean, it doesn't say. So
Oh,
I
that
think-
one for
I would
sure.
say maybe it's random, 50-50 chance. Guy or
50,
girl.
I'm still taking that. I'm not getting vomited on
I'm-
by
for
a
an hour
fucking homeless
straight.
man for an hour straight, where I can just get my dick sucked by hopefully a female, but they have no teeth,
That's kind of
And no gag reflex.
That's even better.
dude.
No
That
gag
would,
reflex.
dude,
Don't gotta
I
worry.
would do that
you don't have to worry
You're
regardless.
about
saying they're gonna swallow my shit whole, and I'm not gonna have to worry about teeth.
Yes.
Okay,
It's like a turtle bite.
Where do I sign up?
It's like Zach's little thing. They're going to be chewing on.
Zach's little thing.
My jaws are size.
I don't know.
jaws
Zach
are
has a
size.
lot of
My
little
ween.
things
My
specific.
little-
They're going to be chewing on his wiener like a jawser size. They got no gum. They
Eat
got no
that
teeth.
shit like Kobayashi. Like,
Dude, that would be an incredible experience that I would like to.
what,
Have your wiener sucked by a homeless person with no gag reflex and no teeth.
by a fucking.
Mainly someone
By
with
a
no
drifter?
teeth.
But
But
what if they're homeless?
I mean, it really doesn't matter at that point.
Yo, we can
Yeah.
pull up to Marsburg right now. We can make this thing happen.
I'm sure we can make this happen.
For $12 and a Big Mac, we can get your dick sucked in
I think
Marsburg.
we
I,
could do a
promise.
little-
How would they
cheaper
eat
than
the
that.
Big Mac?
It would be good content.
They put it in a blender and blend it up.
Speaking of the blender, did you guys see what that guy eats every smoothie?
Yeah.
Oh
Smoothie he eats
my
every day
God,
to
that
gain.
was
He
actually-
gained like 60 pounds in a
the
year or
chick, and the
something.
chick was like, "Wow, it's actually not that bad."
I didn't listen
bullshit.
to it. Did she really say it wasn't
Yeah,
bad?
she
it
tasted
looked
it and she-
absolutely
What the
disgusting.
fuck are you guys
That was
talking about?
that was actually my fact for this week.
Was it?
Yeah, it was
All right,
his-
well, let's get into facts. That was the
Yeah.
last question. So, boom. What is it? What's your fact? What? Well,
My fact. So he makes a smoothie. First of all,
who is
puts,
he? Who is this?
That's what's his name
Anonymous
again.
guy.
I'm sorry. I have his picture up. I wasn't ready. I thought we were going to move into this in a second. So I
I'm
have it
sorry.
all
I'm
right
so
here.
confused right now.
He's a
I'm still
He's like an
I'm still
offensive
thinking
lineman
about
or
the
something.
toothless
yeah,
homeless
well, he's
person
a,
on
he's
my.
a lineman now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freshman
He
in
went from
high
a
school, he
tight
started
end,
as a tight end.
yeah.
Here, I got you. I'm sorry.
He
It's
just
literally
wanted to
right
gain
here.
a lot of weight, so he made these smoothies.
All right, I got
Gain
you.
like 60
So his
pounds
name
or
is
some shit.
Ben Barch.
Hell
And
of a
he was
name.
picked up by the. I don't even know. Anyways, this motherfucker. has a smoothie every single morning. He puts bananas, eggs, whey protein, 3 Gatorades,
Is that it?
and that's it. Actually, yeah, whey protein, eggs,
The one
peanut
I
butter,
read, it was
bananas,
like 11
and-
eggs, cottage cheese.
Oh no, yeah, it's something crazy. Yeah,
Why
it's
the
something
hell does
crazy.
it throw
butter,
Gatorade
a
in there?
Gatorade.
Well, dude, I didn't have time to get it up and going now, so I don't have all the fucking shit.
I'm
But you got what I'm
sorry.
saying.
Damn, that's insane.
Anyways, he made it on TV,
Okay, he made it.
and he made it, and then he poured it into 2 cups, and she tried it, and she like took a sip, and like it looks kind of weird because it adds eggs, banana, peanut butter, the
It looks
protein powder,
disgusting.
and the red Gatorade. And it just looked nasty, and then like kind of when it mixed together, it looked kind of
mean,
like a strawberry smoothie.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
she, like-
because of the red.
Yeah, and she took a sip, and she was like, "Wow, this is actually pretty good."
I just think it's so
Sounds
funny
disgusting.
that they call him Ben Barch the Smoothie King, and he went from like 230 pounds to 320 pounds or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
he
What a
gained
beast.
A lot of weight.
In a summer.
Here we go. I got you. So to gain 86 pounds, the tight end every single morning would have 7 eggs, cottage cheese, grits, peanut butter, banana, Gatorade, and whey protein all mixed together for the thing that fueled him.
That sounds disgusting.
I would rather shoot myself in the foot and
Yeah.
get
I don't
thrown
know
up on by a homeless
if
person.
the chick said that if the reporter said that it tasted pretty good, and if he ate it or if he drank it for a whole year, it couldn't be that bad.
I mean, it
I would say no.
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
it's probably not.
We'll
It
see.
just sounds like a lot.
right.
All right, I got a fact. Did you guys know this? I thought this was pretty crazy. I mean, I'm just, Did you guys know woodpeckers eat brains when they get too hungry?
Yes.
You
They
knew
tap
that?
right into the foot.
They-
They put the shits right. Have you ever seen it
What
happen?
do you mean
No.
they eat brains?
So listen,
brains
if,
of what?
If they have gone too long without food, they will pin down other birds, peck at the back of their heads until they crack through their skull, and then eat their brains.
Yeah. It's
Isn't
on-
that fucking wild?
I saw it on
That's
Nature is
scary.
Metal. There's
That
a
is very
They'd probably do
Instagram
that
site.
to you if they could.
It's pretty wild. It's actually very savage because,
That is like the most savage.
dude, they don't even. So normally, woodpeckers
I
like
don't
they
give
peck
a
really
fuck.
fast.
Yeah.
They do it slow to the other birds. Like it's like they smash slowly until they slowly get into the brain and then
Nice.
eat it out.
I mean, how
Wow.
desperate do you have to be to like eat another bird's brain? You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're gonna die of starvation,
Times are hard.
Fuck it.
Who'd
I
you
just
eat?
feel like I wouldn't go for
What
the,
do
I don't know, it's
hummingbirds
weird.
eat?
That's what
A
I'm saying. What?
woodpecker.
What?
Where's
Are,
a woodpecker?
Yeah.
Woodpecker,
do they
sorry.
eat like fucking
Probably
worms?
bugs, worms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Next question or fact.
all right. Turkeys were once worshipped like gods.
Speak up there, chap. What?
Turkeys were once worshipped like gods.
Okay.
Where at?
What?
So while the turkey is currently America's favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal, in 300 BC, these big birds were heralded by the Mayan people as vessels of the gods and were honored as such. So much so that they were domesticated to have roles and religious rites. They were symbols of power and prestige and can be found everywhere in Maya iconography and archaeology.
Wow.
Nice.
The old turkey Turks.
You know what's really funny
to
is
be
we
a
can look
gad.
at that and we can be like, oh, what idiots, they worship turkeys. And they'd look at us and be like, what's your deal with bald eagles then, bitch?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Or
yeah,
you
you
don't
gotta say
worship them. They're
Or-
just our bird, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like
dogs,
I don't know.
goldfish,
People-
snakes,
You
guinea
say people
pigs.
worship God, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
And
crazy.
they could be like, why are you just worshiping some other human being? You know, like,
Yeah, that you've never seen
Yeah,
before.
I mean, God's not really like a human being.
well, sorry, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jesus is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Jesus.
Jesus Christ. All right, Connie, you got a fact?
Did you know that MLB umpires wear black underwear just in case they split their pants?
I did not know
I
that.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Is that
honestly.
true?
Fun
That's
fact.
pretty good.
According to Snapple.
That's a good Snapple fact.
Sweet teas.
Snapple.
I
And
honestly
inside the
100%
lid.
believe it.
Damn, is that how you're going to get your facts?
I think I am. I think that's a great way for
Feel like
me to
that's
get my
cheap.
facts.
I fucking love
Bro,
the
what if
kiwi,
that's our
kiwi
sponsor?
strawberry
Snapple?
or
Snap.
apple.
And
And
Something.
now,
Snapple.
time for your Snapple facts of the pod.
And then the next thing is the lid cracking.
Oh God, love that sound.
What if we all got a Snapple, we cracked it, and we
Can
just
we work
read
on
our
this? Can we work on this?
Yeah.
Brand deal, Snapple.
Snapple.
We love your shit
Peach
and your
sweet
facts.
tea.
And now brought to you this week by Snapple.
Did you know that no, I'm just kidding.
But
It's
it is
not
kind
really
of
bad.
interesting. So I told my dad that, and he was like, "Well, they shouldn't be wearing that tight of pants, anyways." I was like, "All right, Dad."
He's not wrong.
You're probably
It
right,
happens.
Dad,
Not
but I mean,
wrong.
But
you
it
know,
happens, you know. Zach split his
but
pants in
but
middle
that's
school, you know.
interesting.
Yes, I did.
I also have
So-
another fact. Tonight, we become blood brothers. Oh, I actually just kind of stabbed myself in the heart. Wait, I wasn't looking.
You won't do it.
Alan, what are you doing?
Come here, crazy. Oh man! All right, well
Jesus
that about
Christ.
wraps up the pod.
Yeah.
Any questions, concerns
Questions,
before we end
concerns?
her up? No. I want to thank everyone for listening. Please go follow us on all social media. Connor, spit out the facts for us, or the handles. I mean,
Apple and Spotify, Goose Gang Podcast, YouTube, Goose Gang Podcast, Instagram, Goose Gang Podcast, and Twitter, Goose Podcast, and TikTok, which we did make one, and I'm going to try to get that from Kennedy. The Goose Gang.
ba-da-ba-ba.
Check that shit out.
GG's in the chat. Join the flock, or
Zach will suck your cock.
hashtag Jaws are size.